I don't understand you. I don't understand you. I don't understand you. Understand me, but I don't fucking get you. And I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Because my music is one thing. My fucking music is one thing. My mother making a beat downstairs with the pots and pans. So I'm a little fucking agitated when I'm trying to fucking work from my bedroom, and my parents are making a beat with the pot and pans, but I'll try and ignore it. I'll try and ignore it. Um, when I made my music, it's quality. My music is quality. But like, I just went over my fucking scripts and my writing, and the first 6 or 7 pieces of work that I wrote are like advanced high school quality. Advanced high school quality. Okay. And then I got some that are like Nobel Prize, not Nobel Prize, Pulitzer Prize. But they're short, so for short stories because I didn't write a novel. I didn't write I wrote 30 pages. And that's quality. That's quality. But that's one thing. That's one thing. The other 6 to 7 pieces of work I have are, what do you call it? Amateurish. Amateurish, but like creative, putting in the effort, amateurish, which led me to develop skills into my eventual quality works. And then also for my business ideas and inventions, and even my science, my fucking science is my science is like is just a regurgitation of what you can learn from first and second year of any college degree in that field, and high school. So it's high school and then first and second degree of that university. Like most of my fucking work is written for early 20s, except for the electrical engineering because that's my specialty. So that's written for like PhDs and engineers who study the field in detail because that's what I did. But other than that, every piece of work I did for all the science, education, finance, capitalism, um, and my business, and then my writing as well was done from first and second year education from a college degree or like a certificate, and high school. That's all the knowledge I have from it, and then I applied my creativity. And then you guys are like, you can't understand. This can't be real because it's hitting the wrong audience. It's hitting the wrong audience. I want someone with 2 years of university experience, and then maybe 2 years of work experience to carry on these designs that I made and bring them into masterpieces. So you need 2 years of university experience and then 2 years of work experience, and then you can continue on to design everything I fucking built. So I don't know why I'm seeing like Marvel and TV shows and books and business and science and all this crap that's designed like crappy shitty, because there's a lot of quality there. Before us came quality. The world exists upon quality. Everything we made, the iPhone, we made the iMac, we made the Netflix, we made the Disney, we made the Warner Bro. We made the Lord of the Rings, we made the Star Trek, we made the Game of Thrones, we made the Harry Potter. Like we got quality. We got fucking quality. But I guess all these experts don't give a fuck about continuing my work. Don't give a fuck about continuing my work. And I am like talking to a pool of uneducated people who can't continue my work, and it's like black magic to them when it really is some basic ass shit. Some basic ass shit. It's not that. I just reviewed all my writings, and like the ones coming up. So Star Wars Episode 10, if that ever comes to light, because the last one was made 8 years ago. So Star Wars Episode 10, and uh, the introduction to my Marvel universe starts with uh, Spider Verse 3. So you know the Miles Morales, the third one. They got one and two, which were excellent. Three is gonna be good. but I just want to change the story a bit. I just want to change the story a bit to make it make more sense into my universe. I want to add the spider portals, break the canon, mutants come in through the spider portals, and that's when mutants, a new superhero called Alana, and her mutant children, who ran out of resources on her world and were ambushed by Miles and his father, and she comes along with the knowledge of who Miles' father is, who Gwen is. She's kind of like from the future, from an alternate world. She breaks the canon. She comes across the spider world, spider portal. All her mutant children come over, start taking the resources. There's a big battle, and then we find out who Miles' dad is, who Miles is, who's Spider Man, who's Peter Parker, who all the worlds are, and who Gwen is. And then that's the conclusion, and we bring about the multiverse collapsing finally. We can't have a multiverse forever, so the multiverse collapses with this animated feature, and we get the mutants and the all the superheroes, that the traditional Avengers mixing. And then I got like Hulk and Captain America and Black Panther and Spider-Man and Thor and Doctor Strange and Iron Man, and I got all of them with their, and Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, and I got all of them what their roles are in my new universe, which is a masterpiece, which took me 5 years to create. So I got all their roles, right? So that's one movie that's coming out this year, is that Spider-Verse 3. I don't know what the fuck they did with it. It's gonna be a piece of crap. Now the animation's gonna be good, the dialogue's gonna be good, the voice acting's gonna be good, the action's gonna be good, the dialogue's gonna be good, but the overall story is not gonna be memorable. It's not. Do you remember the second one? Do you remember the second one? You remember it had good cinematography, it had good action scenes, it had good music, it had good fighting. But do you remember the fucking story 1%? Do you remember the story 1%? That's my job. My job is to write the fucking story. My job is to write the story. That's it. I'm not writing the action. I'm not writing the dialogue. I'm not writing the voice acting. I'm not directing it. I'm not filming it. I'm not editing it. I'm not putting in the music. I'm just writing the story. I'm just writing the story. So the second one had A's across the board, but the story, I don't remember a fucking thing. I had to watch it 5 times and then Google what the fuck the story was so I can make my story make sense with that broken piece of crap, whatever that story was. So that's my job, to write the story. So let's see. There's 2 films coming out. If they come out with Star Wars, that's 3. But I don't think they're coming out with Star Wars since it's been 8 years and they haven't come out with Star Wars. So my story, my films are this third Spider-Verse with Miles Morales, where I just did what I told you, and Black Panther 3. In Black Panther 3, Black Panther 1 was incredible, but unfortunately, the main character passed away. Chadwick Boseman, the hero, who filmed it while he was sick, and he did incredible work. And so the second one was a Massacre. Massacre was the second one. They made a girl Black. Why is a girl Black Panther? It's not Black Pantheress. It's not Black. At least change the name to Black Pantheress. Black Pantheress. No, she can't be Black Panther. And she's got no powers. And she became Black Panther from nepotism. How are you making a cultural shift and inspiring Black women to pursue their dreams in society by becoming the Black Panther through nepotism? Through nepotism. Like, you can be anything if you're a Black girl if you have nepotism. If you are born into royalty, you will become royalty. Like, that's how she became the Black Panther. Now, I changed it so the new Black Panther is working in the UN in Europe. And he has some roots to Wakanda, and he's working with his Russian lady and the UN, and he's giving speeches, and he's talking with Captain America. And then he goes to Wakanda, and challenges the current Black Panther, kills him. His name is Toussaint, and he becomes the new Black Panther. He becomes new Black Panther because he has the qualities of a king, because he worked for the United Nations, and he worked with the Russian lady, and he was giving speeches, and he worked with Captain America. So he has democracy and leadership learned from himself. And then through his physical qualities, he challenged for the throne, and he became the new Black Panther. And then he has his detective mindset, so he investigates the stolen vibranium, and that vibranium spreads because, first of all, the renegade guerrilla warfare people want to steal it to make alien technology, and it becomes infected and spreads. The plague spreads, and then the Avengers get a hold of it, and Hulk wants to use it to help the New Mutants now. He wants to help the New Mutants control their powers and amplify their powers and domesticate them. So Hulk is in the laboratory, and then that spreads to those Avengers, and then Captain America finds the relics in Rome, where a new superhero, Capital, is in a black woman, is in Rome, and she meets with Captain America, and they spread. So this new Toussaint Black Panther is going to Wakanda, and he's leading as the king, and he finds out all this plague and starting the early spread of the demons, but he's immune to it. So he's immune to it, and now he's got to go about using his immunity and his all his knowledge and his physical capabilities to help combat and save the world, and save the fucking world. That's my Black Panther 3, and my Hulk, and all those characters I just mentioned. But they're coming out with Black Panther 3, they're coming out with the new Spider-Verse, and they're coming out with the new Star Wars. Now, I just told you what the fuck I wrote for them. My job as a writer. So simple. Everything I just said to you, I didn't write hundreds of pages. I really wrote 1 to 2 pages. Each film: Hulk, Captain America, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, the new superheroes. Everything I have is 1 to 2 pages. You telling me you can't come up with your movie based on my 1 to 2 fucking pages, and it's like color coded, bold, italics, completely organized and readable, chronological order, story, characters, villains, plot, act 1, act 2, act 3, completely set up and organized. You can't follow along my fucking story to set up the new world and the new saga, because we had the multiverse saga, we had the Infinity Saga. You can't keep up with the Infinity Avengers, and you can't keep up with the multiverse. You need to end it. I found a way to end it, and I found out the new saga. So that's my job as a writer. Now, you get the characters, you get the director, you get the special effects, you get the $1 billion budget, you get the dialogue, you get the plot writers, you get everything. You get the script writers. But my story, I'm the writer, and it's because I write on a world-class level. On a world-class level, I do the writing. Now you do the acting, you do the directing, you do the action, you do the fighting, you do the costumes, you do the music, you do the story. Not the story, you do the script, all of that. The directing, and I do the simple story, 1 to 2 pages. 1 to 2 fucking pages. That's it. Because those 1 to 2 pages that I fucking write make sense, bro. They make sense. I wrote them 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And they're on my computer, and every time I fire them up, they make fucking sense. They make perfect sense. The Lord of the Rings I did, Counter-Strike I did, Egypt story I did a whole bunch of stories that make sense. that make fucking sense. Like Harry Potter. How many times are you going to watch Harry Potter? It's going to make sense every time. It's going to make sense every time. You're never going to be like, wait a minute. He used the black wand? He used the gold wand? How come the black wand summons this werewolf and the gold wand calls upon that dragon? How come the gold wand? No, you never fucking ask that shit because it makes sense because it was written by a quality writer. So Harry Potter always fucking makes sense. Star Wars, the stories written by George Lucas make fucking sense. Sometimes you'd be like, why can this ship do this? But all those questions you have are about recent Star Wars. The early Star Wars, you don't question it. Nobody ever questioned it. When I was watching it when I was a kid, we never questioned. We were sometimes like, oh, look at that spaceship, look at that lightsaber, look at that force, whatever. But you never question, like, why is the force more powerful than this lightsaber? Or why is the lightsaber more powerful than this master? Or the spaceship, or whatever. It fucking makes sense. The Force, the Star Wars, the first 6 films written by George Lucas fucking make sense. Now the last 3, you have a billion questions. It doesn't make fucking sense at all. You got the correct acting and the music and the $1 billion budget and the special effects. You got all of that, but you don't have a fucking story. And if you go onto Google and you ask AI how important is a story to a movie, and they'll say it's super important. It's like the whole point of the movie is based on a story. Why is every fucking movie that comes out that's based on a true story perfect? Everyone's like, wow, look at Bob Dylan. Wow, look at Gran Turismo. Wow, look at Nike Air Jordan. Wow, look at The Big Short. Wow, look at Britney Spears. Wow, look at Michael Jackson. Wow, look at this person and this person, because they're fucking true stories. They're true stories. So all they got to do is copy down a story, put some actors, put some directing in it, and they got a $1 billion budget movie success rate because it's based on a true story. So the story is not half the film. Half the film is the fucking story. So I don't know why, if you don't got a story in the first place, it takes 2 pages to write a story. 2 pages. That's it. 1 to 2 pages to write the idea for a story. And then you can go around writing it scene by scene. And so you can't get a fucking quality story in 2 pages and you're going to build a $1 billion movie off a crap story. That's what I don't get. That's my thoughts. That's my $2. So holla when you hear me. Peace when you see me. And stay kicking it up on the block.